The Ukrainian Armed Forces carried out a pinpoint strike on Russian troops stationed in the city of Rylsk in the Kursk region. The target was the building of the Central District Hospital, inside which the medical company of the 30th Motorized Rifle Regiment was located. This information was confirmed by the Russian Z resource Northern Channel, associated with the Russian Armed Forces. The authors acknowledged that it was military personnel who were hit. Rylsk, night attack by a Ukrainian UAV on the building of the Central Regional Hospital. Formerly, it was a civilian facility. In fact, a medical company of the 30th Motorized Rifle Regiment was stationed there. Yes, they flew there to the military, but the building is a hospital. The report says, Northern Channel noted that Russian military personnel themselves expose the civilian population of the border area to Ukrainian attacks. This statement leaves no doubt. The Russian army is using civilian facilities, such as hospitals, for military purposes. Such actions are classified as war crimes under international law. The Geneva Conventions explicitly prohibit the deployment of military units or equipment in schools, hospitals, and other facilities intended for peaceful purposes. It is especially significant that Z Channel itself noted this is already the third attack on the medical company of the 30th Regiment in the last 2 weeks. Something is wrong here, the authors added mysteriously. In the context of the entire text, this phrase may indicate internal leaks. It is possible that the coordinates of the positions of Russian troops are being deliberately transmitted to the Ukrainian side. Recall in June, a unit of Ukraine's 225th Separate Assault Regiment has eliminated a Russian command post near the border in the Sumy region. The operation took place near the village of Andriyivka, approximately 5 kilometers from the Russian border. The 1st Assault Battalion Black Swan reportedly reached the Russian position during a combat mission and assaulted the command post. During the assault, the Ukrainian unit captured Major Andrei Yartsev, the battalion commander of Russia's 30th Motorized Rifle Regiment. Yartsev, born in 1974, was later eliminated according to the regiment. Documents seized at the site indicated Yartsev was originally from Latvia and held a driver's license issued in St. Petersburg, where he had likely lived before joining Russian forces. The 225th Regiment has recently conducted a series of successful operations in the region, including the liberation of Andriyivka. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy highlighted the unit's actions in his evening address, praising the soldiers for their efforts on the Sumy front.
On the morning of July 11th, the Russian military attacked Odessa with drones. Images of the moment of the explosion have been shared, and people tried to save their lives by running away. The image of the moment of the strike was also released. After the impact, there was a powerful explosion. At least 8 people were injured. According to the data of RBK Ukraine, one of the goals was the building of the Territorial Center of Completion, which is responsible for the mobilization of citizens. As a result of the attack, residential houses, a maintenance station, cars and stables were damaged. The President of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelenskyy, confirmed the strikes on Odessa and Kharkiv and called again to strengthen air defense. Ukraine needs protection, wrote Zelenskyy in a telegram. The attack on the Territorial Center of Completion in Odessa became the 6th in 2 weeks. Earlier, attacks on the assembly centers were fixed in Kryvyi Rih, Poltava, Kremenchuk, Kharkiv and Zaporozhye. Earlier, the Air Force of Ukraine reported Russian activity in the Black Sea area. A group of strike drones was moving toward Odessa. Later, it became known that air defense was active over the city. Explosions were also reported in Mykolaiv. A fire broke out in the city after a Shahid drone attack.
А куда их сбивать над городом, блядь? Ебать, уже сколько это? 4-й, блин?
Опять туда.
О, там падает, видишь, смотри, сука.
Там же и рядом.
6 уже, блин, или сколько? 5, блядь, да? Еще где? Вот там, еще один, блядь, оттуда же, смотри. Блядь, смотри, какие у них боеголовки спереди, блядь, ебать его рот. Еще тут даже, смотри. Я в дома попал, сука. Там дома аж эти рядом. Я ебу, блядь.
Там в районе Степовой, наверное, все дома.
Пиздец, полетное шоу. Все вышли. Площадка. Вон там ракет. Загадалась, вон он.
The city of Dubny, Moscow region, Russia, was hit by a drone attack. Local telegram channels reported on this. Ukrainian kamikaze drones targeted the Kronstadt plant, which produces Orion, Inakodets, Molnia, Grom, Termit, Helios, and Sirius drones, as well as ground control systems. Earlier it was already attacked, which was reported in the Ukrainian General Staff. Also at night, the Lukavitsky aviation plant named after Varnin, which has the status of a strategic enterprise and is engaged in the production, assembly, repair and modernization of military aircraft, mainly MiG-29, MiG-23, MiG-29K/KUB, MiG-29M/M2, was attacked. It is in Moscow region. In addition, drones also flew to Tula, and locals reported explosions in the area of 3 enterprises of the defense industry. In St. Petersburg, Pulkovo introduced the Carpet Plan. The Ministry of Defense of the Russian Federation counted 155 drones over Russian regions and occupied Crimea. 53 unmanned aerial vehicles over the territory of Kursk region, 19 unmanned aerial vehicles over the territory of Bryansk region, 15 unmanned aerial vehicles over the territory of Smolensk region, 14 unmanned aerial vehicles over the territory of Belgorod region, 13 unmanned aerial vehicles over the territory of Tula region, 11 unmanned aerial vehicles over the territories of Oryol region and Moscow region, 7 unmanned aerial vehicles over the territory of the Republic of Crimea, 4 unmanned aerial vehicles over the territory of the Republic of Crimea in the territory of the Lipetsk region and over the waters of the Black Sea, 2 drones each over the territories of the Rostov and Kaluga regions.
Ну, они не...
Их дохуя летит, реально дохуя. Очень много на город летят.